Welcome back, maggots, to General Archibald's boot camp of event hacking. That's my war photo right there when I graduated from Fire Emblem Hacking West Point. Yeah. So I'm going to drill you all into shape and make you into lean, mean, event-making machines. Alright. So last time we left off, we had our map inserted. Alright? See that? Map, right there, inserted in the game. Okay? Alright, so now we're going to start with our events for the prologue. Okay. Now we're going to start with our events for the prologue, because I had to get rid of a couple things. Okay. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to open up our nightmare modules, because that's always important. You always want to have at least the chapter data editor and at least the event table references open. So, okay. Now you see this right here. This whole thing is a very nice thing. Remember in the last video, we had to use the event table references to manually replace the pointer that points to the map, right? Well, this is an invention by Nintenlord to make it much easier for events. So we just have to put this right in there. We just have to replace that with the value. So for the prologue, which we're editing, see that? It's 0x06. So we're going to input that value right there. Now this is org. This is where you're going to write the events. I prefer to start my events at D80000 and then work my way down. But like I said before, it's your ROM. You do it how you prefer. Do what makes sense to you. Alright, so here we have our events. So let's do things with our events. Make that into 0x06 again. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to make a unit. That's the first thing we're going to do. Okay, so for the good guys, unit. This is the next byte is character ID. So we're going to put Lin T. Lin Lord will be here class. And then this parameter, now they're called parameters, not bytes. Each of these things, like that is one parameter. That is another parameter. That is another parameter. If you didn't get that right, I'm going to shoot you in the face. Okay, so the third parameter is the unit's leader. Since Lynn is going to be the leader, she has 0x00 for that value. Now we can do level. Nintenlord created this handy macro. Level 1, ally, and then false on the auto level up. Now, next parameter is for coordinates. So we're going to open up our map and check that out. Well, let's make her load from the village. So our coordinates are 13, 6. So 13, 6. Then the next parameter will be a second set of coordinates. See, when you load the unit, if you can have the two coordinates be the same, and Lynn will just stay in that spot when she's loaded. But you can also make the coordinates different, so the character will move when they're loaded. So let's do 12, 8. Alright, just to demonstrate that. Next is items, so we'll do Iron Sword, Vulnerary, and call it quits. Then AI, since she is an ally, she doesn't really need to have AI, does she? So now we're going to have to load her onto the map somehow. So for our opening event, Lu1, good. That's the ID of our units that we're going to load. So after you load or use the move code, which I'll cover later, you want to use the enun, and it has no parameters attached. So let's do this, okay? But wait. Okay, you know, let's assemble these events. Let's do this. Yeah. Alright. Assemble. This is going to be amazing. Dum 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 da 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 dum dum. What? What the hell is this? What? There's no events happening. There's no lens loading on the map. Because that's another one of my intentional errors. To teach you how to do things. So, here's the thing. This chapter doesn't use the preparation screen. When a chapter uses the preparation screen, just having opening event in the pointers is fine. That does the job. But when you don't, you have to do a turn event for your opening event so the game knows to load it. So, hold on. Let's look it up in our tutorial. This is the written one. Turn events. So let's copy that into our file. You can always do that if you don't remember things. So this is the event ID. For most turn events, you're just going to use 0x00. And I'll cover event IDs in the next tutorial. Name of event. Opening event. Starting turn, turn 1. Ending turn, 00, because we don't want it to occur. Now for phase, you can put either 0x0 or 0x8. 0x8 will make it occur on the enemy phase, but we're going to make this occur on the player phase. So now let's reassemble our kablooey. And hope it works this time. Oh, see, it happened. Lynn is on the map, able to be loaded. And you'll notice that there are no annoying tutorials. That's because of this nice little thing. I suggest you put it in your files. Disable tutorials. It will, as the name implies, disable tutorials. So that is... Okay. How much time do I have on this thing? Alright, so I think we can go a little further. So we're going to move Lynn after she's loaded. So move Lynn coordinates 9, 10. Actually, let's make that happen on the enemy phase. Turn 1 event. Move Lynn, and then you always want to end your events in enda because that tells the game to stop reading for events. So we're going to do another turn event, 0x00, turn 1 event, and then you'll notice that and the little thing above your event are always the same. 01, 00, 0x8, 0x00. So let's do this. La-di-la-di-da, Lynn loads on the map. Then something odd. Ah, yeah, I know what happened. Because you have to be careful when you're labeling your units. We're using Lynn T, which is the tutorial version of Lynn. And then there's the other Lynn, which is used outside of the tutorial. So, you get that annoying crash sound, and you'll probably get that a lot as you're learning events. So, Lynn, let's move her. See, there we go. And so that covers the move code, loading units, creating units, and for enemies, you're just going to want to change ally to enemy, or you're going to want to change it to NPC for NPCs. That's very self-explanatory. So this covers the beginnings of our prologue events chapter. We will pick up on episode 3 with more events. So I hope you learned something and have a good day.